As you get into the real design, those things are going to come out with, that's going to be a 4 or 5-story garage. But the second part of your question, Bob, is about the narrowing of the street and closing the street. That's sort of, we went back and forth on that quite a bit. But one of the things we thought was in order to make the retail more viable and to bring people through there, and also to not cut off the ability for traffic to flow through and the campus to have more of a presence in the community, that it felt, we didn't want to keep the large, wide road you have there now. Because even though, it doesn't seem like it's really needed to be that wide for the traffic flow you have, but we didn't want to have traffic flowing through there because they felt it was necessary to have traffic flow through there. So, but it is, that's something, again, it'll be evaluated when we get the traffic.
But particularly cars are parking and backing out, and you have a one lane road, there is a problem.
Yeah, the traffic situation there will be studied, as I indicated, before that project is implemented. See, the existing laning parking lot has about 929 slots. So we're going to be looking at the growth that is going to happen over time when we do the design of the new parking area to be able to make room for a sufficient area, not only for the existing parking and future growth, but if you have a retail and you're going to increase the offices for the airspace, so you need to be able to have a much larger area for parking in the garage itself. Yes?
Yeah. What is BART doing for parking? Is it going to, do we know?
They have various discussions that are ongoing. So you recall that they moved their headquarters away from the area into Kaiser building, and now they're planning on how they're going to demolish that building. They are talking in terms of how to build a village here, something similar to Fruitville Village. There's the issue of eminent domain that will impact homes in the area. So those are major partners in the area, whereby with all the infrastructure going on, we may be able to see how we can partner with them and maybe the federal government because of the regional transportation agency, the Metropolitan Transportation Agency, to see how that type of project will be viable. But it's a much more longer term type of solution.
But there is not a sense that this parking structure would become a dual use for BART.
It could.
Yes.
Yes, it could be.
Yes, that is part of the sense initially, is that we would look at BART being partially funding the parking structure, so they would have parking as well as students parking. Yeah.
And when you do that, essentially you could be able to do it in form of zoning, such that certain individuals are able to park in certain levels,
certain levels
and other levels are available to the public. So in other words, it's not going to be commingling all through. So all of that can be worked out in the parking zone.
And we have options to increase the number of spaces.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
What about the faculty parking? Are they going to have an amount of money?
No. When we do parking structure there, it's going to be for both faculty, students, and the administrators. Don't worry about the toll that will be collected in 2022. Yes, Roxanne. Okay.
It would be nice to have an AC transit bus that either shuttles from BART to all to the district and all the colleges, or something dedicated, a shuttle.
There's been discussion about that. We don't know the viability of that, but that actually has been brought up previously, and we've talked about that option.
You see, we almost, for what I gathered, we have quite a bit of students that are taking courses at least in 3 colleges or 2 colleges at a time. So therefore, the discussions between a shuttle going from Lenny College to College of Alameda and Merritt, that type of discussion has also been considered in terms of a shuttle that we support. If we were to be able to work out other arrangement to cut down overhead, we see how we can work with AC Transit to be able to provide that type of shuttle.
Actually, I think that's the end of the presentation. Any general questions about
Miles, do you have something that...
Not ready to this one, though.
Okay. All right. So if I...
Questions on the short term?
Any general comments you want to make?
If anybody has any other comment, other than what we've discussed today, please email them to Atheria Smith, and she'll be able to get that information through to WLC and MICE. And thank you very much for coming.